this is the CYP2D6. It's another enzyme, and we have to remember one or two or three here because there are more than 100 systems are there, but we have to remember the important things, only very important things which do have the major share in the metabolism. Okay, this is the next most important CYP isoform which metabolizes nearly 20% of the drugs, including tricyclic antidepressant like phenylcypromine, etc. and selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, or they are also known as the mood elevators, especially in many neuroleptics and antiarrhythmics drugs get metabolized by the CYP2D6 system. And inhibition of this enzyme, especially the CYP2D6 system, will happen by quinidine, which results in failure of conversion of codeine to morphine, and analgesic active effect of codeine is lost. So whenever you are going to administer two drugs, we should always think about the drug interactions or the physiological interactions of the two drugs. So what happens if you are going to administer the quinidine? It's a cardiac drug. It's going to, and simultaneously if you are administering the codeine, which need to be converted to morphine as a metabolite, then what happens if you administer these two drugs simultaneously? Then there will be a failure of conversion of codeine to morphine, and very less reactions are noticed, or no reactions are not noticed. So codeine will not show any analgesic activity in presence of quinidine because the inhibition of the CYP2D6 enzyme system. And apart from this one, certain other minor enzymes are also there, like CYP2C8 bar 9, and this is important in the biotransformation of more than 15% of commonly used drugs, including the phenytoin and warfarin, which are narrow safety margin drugs. And another thing is the isosign of the CYP system is CYP2C bar 1 bar 9. So it metabolizes more than 12% of commonly or frequently used drugs, including omeprazole, lansoprazole. What are all these drugs? Omeprazole and lansoprazole are the proton pump inhibitors in the gastric parietal cells. So by inhibiting the proton pump, they are going to reduce the secretions of the gastric acid. So they may be called as anti-acid drugs. Omeprazole, lansoprazole, labiprazole, so many drugs are there. And rifamycin and carbamazepine. So this is a drug which induces sleep, carbamazepine. Both are potent inducers of CYP2C subfamily. So here enzyme inducers will increase the number of the enzymes at the time activity of these enzymes will be increased, so that the metabolism of the other drugs like omeprazole and lansoprazole will be increased and their half-life will be reduced drastically. That one you have to understand. And another enzyme, CYP1-2. So this subfamily is participating in the metabolism of only very few drugs, and it is more important for activation of pro-carcinogen to carcinogens. Some of the agents, what is the carcinogen means? An agent which induces the cancer or tumor is known as the pro-carcinogen or carcinogen. Carcinogen, what is a carcinogen? Carcinogen is a chemical which induces the cancer. So activation of certain pro-carcinogens will be done by the CYP enzymes. And apart from this, from rifamycin and carbamazepine, polycyclic hydrocarbons, cigarette smoke, and char-boiled meat are its potent inducers. Inducers means the activity of this enzyme will be increased, and at the same time capacity of the each enzyme will be increased to a greater extent by the rifamycin and carbamazepine administration. So this is also known as the enzyme induction. And because of this thing, the metabolism of the many of the drugs will drastically decreases, whereas the Cy2E system EI catalyzes formation of minor metabolites of few drugs, notably the hepatotoxic N-acetyl benzoquinone amines from the paracetamol. So this is the conversion of the paracetamol to its substrate, and also the chronic alcoholism induces this isoenzyme. So whenever this CYP2EI is activated, then the biotransformation of the certain drugs like paracetamol, etc., they are induced. This is the phase 1 reaction, that's oxidation. The second terminology here comes the reduction. Oxidation, reduction, hydrolysis are the three important phases or terminologies which are present in this particular topic is concerned. Then this the reduction. What's the reduction? Reduction is converse of oxidation and involves cytochrome P450 enzymes working in the opposite direction. So oxidation or reduction means opposite of that of the oxidation, and the drugs primarily reduced means it is reduced are chloral hydrate, chloramphenicol. Chloral hydrate is usually used to calm the, especially in case of the ruminant, and these drugs especially are reduced to certain metabolites, and halothane, chloral hydrate, chloramphenicol and halothane are the important drugs which are reduced to more polar and soluble chemical. So this is the characteristic feature of the certain chemicals which do have a specific chemical reaction. And the hydrolysis is the another reaction, oxidation, reduction and hydrolysis. The hydrolytic reaction.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, in reduction, the same CYP enzymes will act on, sir?
No, there are 100 isozymes are present. So the few of the isozymes are participated in the oxidation reaction, and few of them are the hydrolysis, and few will do the mixed function oxidases. That's known as MFO, mixed function oxidases. All these things the enzymes are doing, especially the cytochrome P450 system. Okay. See, hydrolytic reactions, contrary to the oxidative or reductive reactions, do not involve change in the state of the oxidation of the substrate, but involve the cleavage of drug molecule by taking a molecule of water. Usually, whenever there is an addition of one H2O molecule to the existing molecule, then that is called as the hydrolysis. That drug will be lysed with an addition of one OH2O molecule. The hydrolytic enzymes that metabolize drugs are the ones that act on the endogenous substances, and their activity is not conformed to liver as they are found in many other organs like kidneys, intestine and plasma. So the enzymes which are required for the hydrolysis, their location is not only liver but also present in many other sites like the intestine, maybe the kidneys and plasma. This is very common. Many enzymes, they are not restricted to one place like liver. They are also present in the other places like the extrahepatic sites like kidneys, intestine, plasma, etc. A number of drugs with ester. Here you can see the ester, ether and amide and hydrazide linkages undergo hydrolysis. So these are all the drugs. If the drugs do have the ester group, then ether group or amide group and hydrazide linkages undergo the hydrolysis. So usually what happens whenever a drug is converted one form to another form, that's known as the biotransformation, then the biotransport molecule may directly be excreted through kidney if it is made polar, more polar. But if it is not made fully polar, then it will become substrate to another enzymatic system like the hydrolysis. Suppose a molecule cannot be excreted by the single oxidation reaction, then it will go the reduction, subsequently it may go the hydrolysis. All the three processes may be involved, or if it is simple molecule, then only one or two processes or the enzyme family is involved. The cholinesterase inhibitors, cholinesterase, procaine, procainamide and pethidine are the important classifications of the drugs, the examples of the hydrolytic reactions. And usually the reduction is also known as azo reduction and the nitro reduction. In the azo reduction, here this particular type of the groups are there, NH2 amide group, then it is the prontosil is converted to sulfur drugs. Whereas the nitro reduction, the parathion is converted to more toxic metabolite, that's the peroxone, whereas the chloramphenicol is converted to the what you call as the inactive metabolite by the nitro reduction. And the hydrolysis process, some of the examples, so see here, hydrolysis means one OH moiety will be added to this particular basic structure is concerned, whereas the ultimately an acidic molecule will be formed and aldehyde molecule will be formed. Then the procaine, acetylcholine and succinylmethanium or succinylmethanium will undergo the hydrolysis mechanism and get excreted. Then hydrolysis of the amide, this is an ester, this is an amide group. Here hydrolysis of the amide group. The lignocaine is a local anesthetic, one of the most popular local anesthetic. It is going to inhibit the sodium channels and makes the tissue numb for the impulse, and the impulse cannot be transmitted. And also the procainamide will also undergo hydrolysis of the amide group, here amide group. And reduction mainly occurs in the compounds containing carbonyl, nitro and azo group. So that's why we are calling as azo reduction and nitro reduction are the two important processes of the biotransformation reduction mechanisms. So bioreduction of carbonyl compounds forms alcohol derivatives. Nitro and azo reduction lead to amino derivatives. So carbonyl compounds form alcohol derivatives, whereas the nitro and azo reduction leads to amino derivatives, then undergo the conjugation reaction. See here, directly after reduction, they are not going to be excreted. So these become the substrate for the conjugation reaction or synthetic reactions or phase 2 reactions. So after undergoing the phase 1 reduction, then they will also conjugate to phase 2. So ultimately they become more polar and excreted. The main purpose of the biotransformation is to make the drug inactive and get excreted from the body. So that will happen by making the drug more polar and water soluble. Maybe due to the reaction like phase 1 and phase 2, both may be involved in such process. The examples of this reduction are here already we are given. This is the chemical structure of the chloramphenicol, and this is known as the nitro group, and it's a benzene group, and the in presence of nitro reductase, nitro reduction, usually adding one the positively charged ion, then in this position it becomes NH2, instead of two O's are removed, then H2 are added. That's known as the nitro reductase enzyme. Ultimately the chloramphenicol is converted to more water soluble molecule. And the prontosil, a prodrug of sulfonamide, the structure is like this. On amide group is there, then NH2 group is always there. It is the enzyme involved here is the azo reductase. It also makes the same type of the reaction. Instead of the then here usually the compound with amide linkage plus the sulfanilamide it's produced. This benzene ring and with NH2 will become the sulfanilamide. This is inactive actually. Prontosil is inactive, whereas it is converted to the active drug sulfanilamide after the azo reduction. The another
Sir,
example. Yes, yes. Please.
Sir, nitroreductase and azoreductase difference in which bonds they act, sir?
So this is the chemical structure. See, the chemical here is the NO2 group is there. This NO2 group is converted to NH2 group or amide group in presence of nitroreductase enzyme. Whereas the prontosil, which is containing amide groups and the amides group, and they are made into two products. One is this is the metabolite NH through NH2, 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 whereas this is a sulfonamide. That's the metabolite of prontosil. That means this is a prodrug, whereas this is the active drug. Totally, there is a difference between the structures. So this cannot undergo the nitroreductase because to undergo nitroreductase, NO2 structure should be there. Whereas to undergo the azoreductase, then NH2 or amide group should be there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then another example is very simply you can remember the acetyl salicylic acid or aspirin. This is acetyl group is present here. That's acetyl salicylic acid. It is converted to salicylic acid with the reduction mechanism here, whereas the lidocaine or lignocaine is reduced to two what you call as the metabolites which are then excreted into kidney. Then the third process is also another important process, that's the hydrolysis. Already we have discussed this thing. This is cleavage of drug molecule by taking up a molecule of water. Usually in case of hydrolysis means one molecule of the water is what you call as bonded with a ester group in presence of esterase enzyme, an acidic product and the alcohol. Both are produced here. Then similarly, amides and polypeptides. Amides, NH2 group, and polypeptides are hydrolyzed by amidases and polypeptidases enzymes. So ester group, esterase enzymes, whereas the amides and polypeptides hydrolyzed by the amidases and polypeptidase enzymes. And hydrolysis usually occurs in liver. Liver is one of the very important organ that is totally responsible for the metabolism. But certain drugs also undergo the metabolism in intestines, plasma and other tissues because the CYP system is also present in these organs, especially intestines, plasma and the other tissues. So the examples of the drugs which undergo this particular hydrolysis reaction are the procaine, esters, lidocaine. Already we have seen in the earlier examples. Lidocaine, it also undergoes, this is the lidocaine, undergoes the hydrolysis reaction. Then it is going to be an inactive substance. And oxytocin, a hormone, is also undergoing the hydrolysis reaction. The process of the biotransformation, if you understand, it's very simple. Suppose it is depending upon the chemical property of a drug. If it is containing the ester group, then it is converted to acid and alcohol. If it is containing amide group, then polypeptide group, then it is converted to the respective substrate, the byproducts by the amidases and polypeptidases enzyme. Then these usually the oxidation reduction and hydrolysis are the three important mechanisms usually they are dealt, whereas the other mechanisms are also important like cyclization, and this is formation of the ring, especially straight chain compound, that's the proguanil is a drug. So usually it happens and decyclization, and this is opening up of the ring structure of the cyclic drug molecule, just like the barbiturates and phenytoin. They undergo decyclinases, the diclinases, and get metabolized. And this generally is a minor pathway. Of course, the major pathway is oxidation reduction and hydrolysis. Apart from this one, few of the known pathways are also these two.